Hello you guys, welcome back. I'm going to let you guys see me do some juicing. So I have four new juicing clients this week that are gonna do my detox, which is a 6-week program. I'm about to head across town to pick up all the produce, and yeah, I do need to go see, I'm gonna go and see if I can find some plastic containers. Normally when I juice, I put everything in glass. I use like the mason jars, but those have gotten like really pricey lately, so I'm gonna go see if I can find some plastic ones. Usually when I'm juicing on the regular, the glass I don't mind spending the money on, but when I'm doing these cleanses where they're like downing, they're drinking a lot of juice. Like they're getting 5 juices a day for 7 days in a row, for 6 weeks in a row, but each week is like a new organ that we're detoxing. So this week they start with the colons, and yeah, so you'll get to see like you'll get to see that process. But I will take you guys with me. I'm probably not going to take you, actually probably am not going to take you at all with me, but I will let you guys like see me juice and stuff. But I'm not going to take you in there because it's that grocery store that I'm going to is very overwhelming. But when I get back and I show you all the produce I bought, I'm going to put you guys on some game. Okay, so don't worry, I got you. So this is where I get all of my produce, you guys. I drive like 35 plus minutes one way to get here, but it's so worth it because the amount of money I am saving is insane, and it's also local, and it's just dramatically cheaper. So I know it's way better than what you're getting at any other grocery store, but this place stays like that. Like the parking lot goes all the way down. I know you guys can't see, but this place stays packed, and it's very small, like it's tiny. So I'm not bringing you in because I'm gonna annoy the shit out of people. I'm gonna get annoyed. It's like very stimulating in here. So I'm literally gonna go in here with my notes. I've got my notes, I've got everything that I need to get for each juice, and that's the mission. It should be quick, but I'm getting a lot of produce. Like you can see everything I'm getting. So I'm about to show y'all how much money I save. Watch this. So let me show you how much produce I got, okay? Because it's a lot. And the thing that people don't understand about juicing, like I honestly could charge way more than I do, but I don't because it defeats the purpose. I want sustainable customers, and I like catering to the average budget person. But I'm going to show you everything I got. Now this is for 4 people. For 20, this is gonna get me 28-ounce juices. No, wait, yeah, 28-ounce juices. And you guys are not gonna believe how cheap this was. And again, everything's local, organic, great quality, okay? So I got 3 bunches of beets, which are like 6 large beets. 5 bunches of kale. I got 3.5 pounds of carrots, which was like 30 carrots. Then I got 2 bunches of celery, which was 2 for 1. I only needed 1, but I got 2 for 1 because I'll use it. Then 10 pieces of ginger root. I got like 20 green apples, 20 lemons, and then I got blackberries, raspberries, and strawberries. And for the blackberries and raspberries, I got 2 packs of each of those because they were 2 for 5. I only needed the 1 of each. So again, some of this is like me getting extra product to save money, but $51.21. and I'm not lying, I will show you. $51, can you even see it? $51.21 for all that produce. That's awesome. That's awesome. So if you're in Arizona, you need to come to this market. But like I said, it stays busy like this all day, no matter what time of the day, no matter what day of the week. It is packed in there, and that's why I didn't bring you guys in, because I was in and out of there very fast. But even so, you're like literally having to wait to get into certain aisles because it's very small in there, and it stays like, look, like literally coming, going, constant influx. It's crazy. So yep. Okay, so this is all of the produce that I got. I'm gonna get rid of all the packaging and clean all of this first and prep it, and then we'll do one juice at a time. I'm gonna be making 4 different juices, well, technically 5, but 4 different juices for the 4 people that are cleansing, and then I'm making this little batch for one of them, their son, just to like try. So technically just 4 batches, but yeah, I'm going to get about 28-ounce juices out of this. So So as I'm editing this video, you guys, want to just put in some little pieces of information because I just know how the internet is and I don't want anyone to comment on it, but some people get really grossed out by people that sell food or drink out of their home when they don't wear gloves. And you can notice I'm not really wearing gloves in this entire part except for one part where the beads were like staining my hands. So I just want you to know that, for one, I literally know like sanitation laws, like as a cosmetologist, and as someone who used to manage a juicing company, which is like where I learned everything I know about juicing. You more so are wearing gloves to protect yourself, but I'm gonna tell you right now, like if someone is cooking with or making stuff like this with gloves on the entire time, that's disgusting, unless they're consistently changing them. So just know that I'm washing my hands literally every 5 seconds. I'm washing my hands, like before the prep, after the prep, during the prep, during the juicing, before the pouring, after the pouring. Like the entire time I'm consistently washing my hands with hot soap and water, okay? It's more unsanitary to be using gloves because you're just cross-contaminating everything, and especially if you're like picking up clean bottles with dirty gloves or picking up clean fruit, which is the same gloves you use to pick up the dirty fruit. Like that would be more nasty, and some people don't understand that concept. And yeah, I've just noticed that. Just please, I don't want anyone to come for me. And then also, like, I do have cats, so just know, like, same thing with all the countertops and all the tools and everything is consistently being washed. The sink is being wiped down, and I'm not using nasty chemicals. All of my fruits and vegetables are being soaked in white vinegar. I clean with vinegar and baking soda and lemon. You guys know I don't use chemicals and stuff, but yeah, I just want to preface, like, everything is being scrubbed down because none of that was shown in the video, and I do think that's important to mention when you're selling stuff out of your home. But yeah, nobody come for me. Everything's very clean, very sanitary, so just want to make sure that's clear. So thank you guys for watching this vlog. I thought it would be cool to just... It's really hard as someone who actually films the content themselves. You think in your head that like no one really gives a shit about this, but then the stuff that I have been putting out that I'm like no one cares about this gets more views than the stuff that I want to put out. So I'm really just trying to be very open with you and show you all facets of my life because I do so much for my career, and because I'm a serial entrepreneur, I want to show you guys every little bit of my life, and I've never really shown that process. So yes, if you have any questions about juicing, I would love to help you. All of my juicing information is on my Instagram page, Holy Water, and I will put that little link in. But if you have any questions or you would like me to juice for you, I would love to help you. You can do all of this yourself. Nothing that I'm doing is a secret. And so, yeah, the reason people are paying me is because it's a lot of work to do. So everything that I'm doing is like just my free knowledge to give you. Like, you don't have to pay someone to juice for you. People pay me because it's so much work. There is a certain type of knowledge that you should have when it comes to juicing. Like there's a science to it. So you shouldn't necessarily just be mixing any fruits and vegetables and drinking them all the time, because you want to be careful. There is such thing as like too much of a good thing, or you know, good things can cause like certain reactions if you put them together and they're not supposed to be together. So something to keep in mind. But for the most part, people are just paying me because it's a lot of physical labor. It's a lot. And also, like, even the juicer I have is like a $700 juicer. It's something I have to maintain. Like, I need to buy a new top. I've had it for a couple years and like the top is broken off. Like, you know, stuff like that. Like, not everyone wants to go do that amount of physical work. And it's a lot of time. I spent like hours and hours and hours and hours, like from getting the produce. I had to make 2 trips for produce. The trip that you guys saw, and then I had to do another trip in the middle of the week to get another batch for the second half. So that was a lot of juice. Like, what was that? 7 days, 5 juices a day for 4 people is 20 juices times 7 days. That was 148 ounce juices. And that took me like an hour, more than an hour and a half just to go get the produce to and from twice. That right there is like 3 hours. And then you factor in all of the physical labor, the soaking, the washing, the prepping, the cutting, the juicing, the bottling, the sanitizing. It's hours. Like, I easily spent 15 hours or so or something like that. So yeah, it's a lot, but I do love it. I enjoy helping people feel better, but I just don't want anyone to come for me. So yeah, so if you made it through this vlog, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, and please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.